You should be good to go. I text Bridget to let her know we were letting people in, but
All right. Let me give it a whirl here.
Give it a whirl.
Always, baby.
What's up, my brother?
All good, man. How are you?
You know what? Every day is a gift. That's why they call it the present.
That's right. Somebody told me that before.
Not gonna be able to see everybody, but
Man, I got to see that head, Brian. I don't want just to be up there.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right. Holy
There we go.
God, you got more hair now.
Well, that would be Matt.
Oh, okay.
So
All right,
I may not be able to share a screen. It says Matt presentation is starting. I'm trying.
okay.
Can't get my
You
video
can,
on.
at least they can see your face.
Can they?
No, I was going to say you can
It won't let me
come on
because
camera.
it says presentation is starting and it won't let me click any buttons here.
Well, you should be, if you go to the bottom,
I'm there.
and they should have your camera and your mic and all that.
Yeah.
You should be
It
able to
needs
get on camera.
permission. Right, there we go. I should be.
I say those guys were able to get on camera, I must say.
There we
All right.
go.
There you go.
Beautiful champions. Beautiful.
There's that head.
The man, the myth, the legend.
That's it. We are adding people as we go. Good morning, everyone.
morning.
Let's see.
We're pretty much a group here, Brian. So
Right. Can you guys see my screen?
We see you.
Okay. It doesn't matter if I can share screen or not because I'll just dive into it. Let's see. Let's try again. I don't want to freeze up again, but I might. We're still 2 minutes ahead of time.
That's on time.
15
That's
minutes
on time.
on time.
That's right. That's right. I was going to play you a little song today. There we go. If you're able to put your cameras on, I'd love to see your eyeballs this morning. If you can't because you're driving or you didn't comb your hair, which I did, took lots of time this morning to comb it.
Our camera's on.
Okay.
Bottom right corner.
Okay.
I just can't get everybody in there.
Oh, that's okay. I'm here, Brian. I'm just hiding in the corner. I sit at the end table. So.
Got it. My biggest fan is barking at me.
What's up, Kevin?
All right, we're gonna get started. So I'm not worried about sharing screen because I can't.
I can't hear you, brother. I just said hey to Kevin. He was saying something. I didn't hear him.
What's up, Christopher?
What's up?
You beautiful man.
Yeah, you're just so handsome. I just can't believe it. I'm looking here. I'm in California. It's like I'm staring. It's like a mirror. I'm looking in a mirror, brother. I love it so much.
I'm the Midwest version of Chris.
You'll see you soon. Gonna see you soon, my friend. Can't wait.
For sure.
Matt, can you hear me? All right. Can you put the 10 steps up on the screen? I'm not able to do it.
I don't have it. I'm on my phone.
All right.
So
Everybody got a
I don't have
pen,
that.
paper?
Sorry.
All right. We're going to get started.
Yes, sir.
We still have people joining on, which I love. Once this unfreezes on my end, we'll go. So my name is Brian Smith. I'm one of the co-founders of 10stepselling.com. I have Matt with me, the other co-founder, and we have Chris. Chris is our partner, field heavy, and we're all 10-step believers. And the first thing that I'm going to tell you, the whole purpose of this call is really a bonus. We have subscribers that pay us every month to join on this call where we take the process step by step. Now, I do have an agenda. right, to go through. But if my agenda doesn't equal or match what some of you would like to get out of this call, it's going to be a complete waste of time. And I don't want to waste your time because you're making an investment. You're making an investment in time by being on this call. It means you're not out running an appointment, so you're not having an opportunity to make money. So with that being said, what are some of the things you would like to gain in the next 60 minutes of our time that we spend together that will help you sell one more, just one more, that you're currently not getting? When Matt and I started this business, we did it because there's a void in real professional sales training, direct sales in the home. And I hear all the time, oh, the one call close is dead. People don't like one call close. We're not. Where it's dead and where people don't like it is when people feel that we're forcing somebody, or the one call close forcing somebody to be sold. What 10-step selling is about is putting the customer in a position where they want to buy or not. It's called the conclusion. It's okay for a customer to say no. It means I did my job. I gave them enough information to say this isn't for me. It's also okay for that customer to say yes. That means I've still given them enough information to make that decision. What we want to avoid is maybes. What we want to avoid is I'll call you back. What we want to avoid is we need to get other estimates. And that's called post-negative suggestion, which was copyrighted by Dave Yoho Associates probably in the 60s. And what that means is producing a presentation and conducting a presentation that will eliminate or reduce the amount of objections that you hear at the end. So all that you're dealing with is affordability and finding a way that this fits into the customer's budget so they can move forward and buy from you now. So with that being said, again, going back to the original question, before I dive into my agenda, what is it that you would like to gain out of this that will help you sell one more that you're currently not getting? Is this an English speaking group? That was a question.
I have one. How about
Hey, John.
rehash with phone over the phone selling? Can you help out, touch on that a little bit? You know, some of the managers, I'm really good at selling over the phone, but some of my managers aren't comfortable with it.
Okay, and you're talking mainly on rehash, right?
I mean, or if it's out of area. Sorry, my son's in the car, but let's just say we have a lead that's really far away. Instead of just blowing it out, maybe working on, phone pitching it instead of me having to do it.
Got it. So we got to figure out how to train what you know on how to do it and what I know on how to do it. But yeah, we can definitely touch on that. Now,
yeah, I sell jobs
John,
all the time on the phone, but I just want to train it, help me train it to people.
Okay. And Yanni, on rehash, I know it may be out of area, but I am a firm believer that it works best face to face. All right. But we'll touch on that. And it may be, I'll touch on it here, but it may be, it's probably worthy of a further conversation where it's specialized to that topic. But thank you, Yanni. We can jump on that. Who else?
I'm not going to say last.
We're going to be done in 3 minutes if that's all we need to talk about. How many of you this week or last week had one you thought you were going to get and didn't get it? Raise your hands. Rest of you liars, get your hands up. How many of you pulled up to a home and said, oh, this sucks, and did not give a great presentation? Only to say to yourself, man, if I would have just done what I was supposed to do, I would have got it. Put your hands up. All right. Those are the ones that we're leaving on the table. Those are the ones that take you from low six figures to high six figures. Our client base represents over $1 billion in annual sales. And the ones that take the 10 steps and buy in completely, no question, full abandon of whatever existed in their belief systems, are doing better than what they did. This was a gift that was given to me years ago that I've had the privilege of being able to expose to hundreds, if not thousands, of salespeople over the last 30 years of my business. But here they are. If you have a pen and paper, here are the 10 steps, and this is what we're going to cover today. And here's what I promise you is if you follow the 10 steps with complete abandon, no matter what your value system says to you about what you're facing, you are going to sell more than you're currently selling. All right. Step number 1, entry. Now there's sub steps to each one of these. And the sub steps are the scripting that we put together to gain proper entry and set up the presentation. Sub step number 1. Thank you. There we go.
Brian, make sure
Make it.
I got it here.
Yep. And make a positive first impression. All right. Now I want you to think about this right now. They are looking out the window at about 2 minutes till that appointment. All right, looking for you. Now, in the old days, we used to say arrive at least 5 to 10 minutes early and go to that door. We don't do that today. You know why? People work from home. They're on Zoom calls. They're on meetings. They have set this time aside for you to be precisely there at 2 o'clock. So when should you knock on the door? Precisely at 2 o'clock. That makes a positive impression. Don't be fiddling outside around your car when you pull out. Don't park in the driveway. You park in the street. This may sound simple stuff, but what if you got a leak in your car? I lost a deal because I had a leak in my car that dropped on their driveway after I left with the paperwork, and that's why they canceled. I didn't know I had a leak, but I had one, and it wasn't a beater. It was a nice car. Shit happens, right? Positive first impression. Wave at the house when you're walking up because they're looking out the window. Just a little wave. Be looking at the house. I don't care if it's a kitchen lead, a bath lead, a roof lead, a window lead, a porch lead, a grass lead. I don't care what it is. Look at that house as you're walking up because you're a professional. Number 2, overcome resistance and gain control. This is assuming there's going to be resistance when you get there. Now, this is going to work best if you respond to some of the questions that I ask, if not all of them. What is some of the resistance that you're going to hear when you on the door?
I don't need
I
don't need a presentation. I just need a price.
Exactly. What else?
I'm not buying anything today.
Got it. What else?
I thought you were coming tomorrow.
Okay. What else?
Just so you
We
know, we
called
just
and-
get an estimate.
Okay. So we're all hearing the same stuff. Is there anything else that we missed?
You're the first person I talk to. We never make a decision with the first people we talk to.
Okay. Chris, Matt, my screen's still frozen. Could you hit the admit all button? There's people waiting to get in. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, I guess it's illegal for me to share my screen. Chris, I'm glad you shared yours. Thank you. All right. I'm breaking the 10-step law here. All right.
You get
So
it, man?
yeah, so how do we overcome resistance and gain control? We do it by preventing it from happening to begin with the language. Now I'm going to give it to you right now. It's like a formula. It's algebra. Now, little history. Matt says it best. He got a high school diploma, but it took him 13 years to get it. I got one. It took me 12 and a half. I had to take algebra 1 and 2 in summer school to get my diploma, but I'm not a quitter. And I got it. Never thought I'd use it before in my life, but it's all we do now. I'm going to say their name twice before I say mine. Then I'm going to thank them for inviting me into their home as I walk into the home and take off my shoes immediately and then ask a question. They don't have time to tell me up front any of that crap. And if they do say it, I'm going to respond with 2 words. I understand. So whoever just gave me those resistance questions, feel free to respond. Let's go. Who last name of was it Free? Mike Free? You still on?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. So you be the customer. I'm gonna knock on your door. Ready?
Yep.
Mike?
Yeah.
Mike, I'm Brian from ABC. Thank you so much for inviting me into your home. Now, when you spoke to our office, or was it you that spoke to our office?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay. Did they give you a clear understanding of what you could expect from us today?
I mean, kind of. They said you were going to come out and give me a free estimate.
All right, great. I'm glad I'm in the right spot. Mike, we're going to take it a step further than that. The first thing we're going to do is figure out exactly what it is you want to have done and then need to have done. And a lot of times those two things can be completely different. Now, assuming, Mike, that we can help you after figuring that out, I'll give you an exact price in writing so you have a simple way to decide if and when you want to do this. Is that fair to you?
Oh, yeah, sounds fair.
Okay. Now, if I can't help you, I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. Now, Mike, is there a Mrs. Mike?
Yep.
All right. And where is she?
Oh, she's over there in the kitchen.
All right. Let's go meet her. Now you're in.
Hey, how long is this gonna take?
Great question. As long as it takes, depending on the amount of questions that you have. All right. I'm only going to be here as long as you need us to be. Promise. Hi, Mrs. Mike. I'm Brian from ABC Company. Thank you again for inviting us into your home. Now, I understand we're here to look at your roof, possible swimming pool, whatever the product. I understand we're here to look at this. And as I was telling your husband, Mike, is what we want to do is take a look at what you want to have done and need to have done. And assuming that we can help, I will give you an exact price in writing. And if I can't help you, then I'm going to do my best to steer you in the right direction. Now, it does work best if I can just get a couple of opinions from you on things that you want to have done so I don't waste your time showing you stuff that you're not interested in. Can we grab a seat right here? And you're into it.
Am I supposed to role play this, Brian, for you? Is it an objection?
Go ahead.
No. Okay. Oh, we don't have time for all that. We just want a price.
Good. I understand. And I'll be able to give that to you once I gather the information. Fair enough. What's going on right now as to where you want to price on your windows?
Well, we're getting condensation inside of them.
Okay. And how many do you have in your home?
7.
I just want to stop right there. I want you to notice I'm not talking about the deer head hanging on the wall or the bowling trophies sitting on top of the fireplace. I'm getting into it. And I'm going to ask the Fab Five. And the Fab Five is going to give me what I need to move into inspection. First of all, I'm establishing rapport here. It's all about them. It's not about me. It's about them. All right. I want to tie a story in real quick. You all may know private equity came in, bought up a whole bunch of companies, and they all filed bankruptcy yesterday. You want to know why? And all these companies were my clients, all of them thriving before they got bought out by private equity. You know what private equity doesn't understand? Some of them do. Most don't. This is a 3-win situation. You leave any of these 3 wins out, you're going to fail. The first win is for the customer. That's the very first win, to determine what it is you need to be done and if I can help you. And to be honest, that if I can't help you, I'm going to point you in the right direction. Now, in 33 years, how many people do you think I pointed in another direction other than me? 0. 0. But the fact that I said it is a negative takeaway, and it drives down the resistance that they have. And they're thinking, I like this guy. He's here for me. He's not wasting my time. This person said, Brian, we don't have time. Dude, we just want a price. I understand, and I want to give you one. First question of the Fab Five, getting into it. What's going on? Now let's just assume it's a swimming pool. Why do you want a pool? Okay, what's going on with your roof? What's going on with your windows? What's going on in your bath? What's going on in the kitchen? Have them tell you. Well, we got condensation. We got this. The bathroom's ugly. Roof is leaking. We don't like the kitchen. We've always wanted a swimming pool. Got it. Question number 2. How long has this problem existed? How long have you wanted a pool? Doesn't matter what they say. Started yesterday or started 10 years ago. You know what you say? This is script. Ready? Wow. That's a long time. Man, that's a long time. Question number 3. What has prevented you from doing something about this until now? See, now is different than today. Today's 24 hours long. Now is right now. What has prevented you from doing something about this until now? Doesn't matter what they say. And you're writing this information down, hopefully on a pre-printed needs assessment form that we do provide custom to you for all of our subscribers. It's done. It's easy. Very simple. Question number 4. We just asked, what's prevented you from doing this until now? Here it comes. You ready? So, Mike, I have to ask you, what's your biggest fear in hiring a company to come in, rip out 25% of your wall space, exposing it to the outside world, and then installing new windows into that space to hopefully solve your problems? What scares you the most about that process?
Well, generally, they're not going to wrap them right, and then water's going to start leaking in. And I don't know, maybe they won't put them in level. You know, some of these contractors, they just get away with whatever they want. They use a level that doesn't work, or if a level at all. You know,
I get it. I get it. So why have you selected ABC Company to do this project for you?
well, I mean, I did a little bit of looking at you guys on internet, and I mean, your guys' reviews look good, and you know, I said you guys do a good job, and your reviews back that up. So thought I'd take a shot at you.
I have just successfully ignored the shit that could possibly hurt me and focused on the stuff that will help me. I just assumed the order. Why have you selected, and you say your company, Modern Bath, to do this project for you? Top Home to do this project, whatever the name of your company is. You're only going to hear one of two things. Matt will tell you when he does his meetings, I tell you, Chris will tell you, we only ask questions that we know the answers to. We have both sides of the playbook. I know what I'm going to say, and because of that, I know what they're going to say. This may sound manipulative. It is. But see, there's bad manipulation and good manipulation. What do statistics say is going to happen to the homeowner by making the wrong decision in hiring the company to do this project? And what do statistics say by hiring the right company to do this project? What are your reviews? Here's a tough question I'm going to ask you, and you don't have to answer. Do you feel that you're working for the absolute best company in your marketplace, providing the absolute best products in your marketplace, and after the fact, if there's problems that come up, they're going to service it? Your company is going to service it and make them happy. Because if you don't, go find some other company to work for, because your belief system is 100% what's going to make this happen or not. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You could use the little buttons on the bottom, hit thumbs up, hearts, cry, no, middle finger. I don't care. But it does help if you respond, because that way I know you're fucking listening. Pardon my language, I get a little passionate. All right? So now we've completed the needs assessment. I want to add something here. I asked more than those 5 questions. It's based on their answers. In between those 5 answers, now this is called Kaizen. Kaizen is from Japanese. The Japanese, literalist define this as, in the alphabet, you have A, B, C, D, E, F. Kaizen is everything in between the letters. What happens in between A and B? What happens in between? What problems do you have right now? Why are you considering doing something about it? How long have you had those problems? About 10 years. What am I going to ask now? Oh, how long have you been here? Oh, we bought the house about 15 years ago. Okay, did you stay local? Did you move into the area? No, we came from Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, really? What brought you here? I got a job transfer. Okay, I've been here about 5 years. Now I'm building rapport in between the Fab 5. And we use branching questions. Write this down. Who, what, when, where, how. Every question we ask in between A and B is who, what, when, where, how. Have you seen windows that you've liked? Where did you see them? Did you happen to take a look at them? No, we just saw them on our neighbor's house. So when you find the company that gives you what they have for a price that you can afford, when would you like to have the work scheduled? Just curious. Oh, as soon as possible. Okay. Writing that down. Very simple. I'm creating my roadmap. Now write this word down. ACID. It's called acid. not from the 80s. All right. It's an acronym. It stands for arouse, cultivate, information, determine. And it means if I can successfully arouse a customer, I can cultivate information from them that will help me determine how to present to them. I'm not changing the steps. I'm going to put in my head how I'm going to deliver the Kaizen in between my introductions to each step and my tie downs, my transitions in and my transitions out. You know, Mike, now that I have a better understanding of what's going on here, I need to listen to the words. This is script. I need to take a look at what is going on to make sure we can even help you. Negative takeaway. All right. Conduct your inspection. Now, there's one or two reasons, no matter what product that you're offering, is the reason that is why you were there and you asked it and you got it down on paper. Guess what we have to do? We have to identify at least 3 more problems that they currently have or that is going to happen in the future if they don't do something about it now. And we use the word yet. I noticed that you do have condensation in this window, but it hasn't started pulling away from the frame yet. I noticed that you have excessive mold and mildew, or it's difficult to keep clean in your bathroom. I haven't seen it start peeling away from the wall yet. When I turn the water on, John and Mary, to test for pipe hammering. Pipe hammering is when the pipes, because there's not a pressure regulating valve behind the wall, it rattles the pipes, and that causes fissure cracks in the plumbing that leak behind the wall. That hasn't happened yet. Whatever the problem is, you got a list of damn problems on your needs assessment, at least you should, for every product that you have. So if it has happened, you can identify it. If it hasn't happened, you use the word, it hasn't happened yet. All right. Here's the good news. Here's your first major commitment. Getting out of the inspection. During the inspection, we're doing a walk around. We're identifying pain points, and now we're going to obtain the need commitment. Without the need commitment, it's going to come back and bite you in the end that they can procrastinate. You know, Mike, Mrs. Mike, we've taken a thorough look at your windows, and I think we can agree you need to get something done about it. Am I right?
Yeah, that's why you're here.
Yes. All right. Move in. Now, how much do you know about ABC Company?
That's what I found on a Google search.
Listen to these 3 words. There's 5 or 7 words or must-haves. Here's the first 3. Let's do this. Remember, arouse, cultivate, information, determine. I asked a question. How much do you know about my company? And I said, how much do you know about Modern Bath? How much do you know about whatever? All right. How much do you know about Blue Haven Pools? Oh, I looked you up on the internet, saw some good stuff. Okay, let's do this. Let me introduce you to our company and share with you why more families like yours, when they decided to get this project done, they selected us over anyone else, and you be the judge. Who did I just put perceived control to? And I just transitioned into my company story. And company perceived. I'm controlling this. But when I said, let me introduce you to our company and share with you why so many families like yours selected us over anyone else, and you be the judge. There's the chess move. You be the judge. Now, sometimes I'll say, based on how frisky I'm feeling at the time, and if at any time you feel we're not for you, let me know and I'll pack up my stuff and go. Depends on how frisky I'm feeling that day. I might add that. All right. Or the level of rapport that I have with them. But the key point is we're incorporating now the 4 motivators of any decision: fear, pride, gain, imitation. And I just incorporated the imitation motivator. Let me share with you why more families like yours have selected us over anyone else, and you be the judge. The more families is the imitation motivator. If a lot of people have done it with us, people like to imitate what other people have done if it's a good experience. Make sense? So now we're going to move back to the identify the problems in the industry is coming. That's the first thing we want to accomplish in our company story, because this is about them, not us. This isn't about how many damn trucks we have or a picture of our building, how many employees. This is about what our company can do for you to give you what you want out of this, which is a great experience and one and done. That's what they want, right? So I'm going to sit down back at the table or in the living room. I don't care. As long as we're together in a comfortable environment to do this, to now conduct our presentation with them. I'm just going to lean back in the chair. You know, Mike and Mrs. Mike, at the end of the day, what's going to be the absolute most important thing to you in making this decision? What are they going to say?
Right.
Done right. And you write this down. What else? There's the second two words of the 7 that you've got to know. What else?
That you guys will back up your work. You know, if you guys do it and something goes wrong, you guys will come out and fix it without charging me. You know.
Okay. What else, Mrs. Mike?
Price.
Price is a big one, right? And what about? And you did mention warranty and service after the fact. What about return on investment? Was that a consideration that for the dollar amount that you put in, you could get added value back into your home for that improvement? Would that be important to you?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you want it done. You want to find a company that proven to do it right. And you want service after the fact if needed. You would like solid warranty, a price that you can afford, and the potential of return on investment to your property. Does that about sum it up?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you feel that, when you find the company that meets or exceeds your expectations in all these areas, is that when your shopping stops?
I mean, I might talk to some other people.
No, I get it. I didn't say me. I said, but when you find the company that meets or exceeds your expectations in all those areas, that's probably who you're going with, right?
Yeah, it's fair to say.
So if you feel that way about me and my company at the end of this, I would have at least earned the right to show you our promotions and ask you for your business. Fair?
Yeah.
That's called a redirect. Every question comes with, I need a commitment. All I do is ask them if it's fair that I go over all the promotions and ask them for their business. And what I'm going to hear here is 2 things. Yes or yes, but I'm not buying anything today. Either one's good. I want it now. That's it. And again, thank you for that. Let's take a look at why more families have selected our company over anyone else. And now you go into your company story. All right. And now you're going to tie down your company story, basically how you started it. Here it is. Can you appreciate, Mike, Mrs. Mike, why more families like yours, when they replaced their windows, when they added a swimming pool, when they had their roof done, when they did their bath, they selected us over anyone else?
Yeah.
So you would be comfortable and confident that by selecting our company, that you would be completely satisfied as well, right?
It's fair to say.
Okay. Now, I've never heard no to that question, but what I found is that people say yes and agree to that for different reasons. If you don't mind me asking, what makes you feel the most comfortable in choosing our company to do this for you?
Well, you know, that what you showed me it went along with what people were saying online. You know, you guys install things the right way, and that you hold up your end of the deal and end of the bargain. So you're showing me the exact same thing that the customers are saying. So that makes you feel pretty good.
All right, excellent. How much do you know about window replacement?
I mean, not a whole lot, to be honest with you. I mean,
okay.
I know it can get expensive. That's what I know.
Okay. All right. And we get what we pay for, right? All
Yeah.
right. So let's do this. 3 words again. Let's take a look at what options are available to you based on what you're looking for. You want one and done. You want them to operate correctly. You want them to be energy efficient. These are the things that you mentioned to me earlier. See, this is why you write this stuff down so you can feed it back, right? You want a beautiful bath. You want it to be maintenance free. You feed this stuff back to them. All right. And then you be the judge of what product is going to be the best fit for you, whether it's me or anybody else. You're going to know exactly what you want to have installed in your home and exactly how much it's going to cost. Fair? Now we're moving into the next step, which is options. All right. Now here, we need to get to our product last, but we're going to go through the options that they have to do this project. This is designed to eliminate shopping around because I'm going to show them everything that's available in the marketplace. Now I want to time out there for just a second. All right. We got 32 minutes in on this and we're halfway through. What questions or comments? And thanks for all the feedback that I see coming across the stream. Good shit. Keep it up. Hands clapping. Love it. What's a couple of ideas that you've picked up in our first 32 minutes that's going to help you sell one more that you're currently not getting?
The let's do this. I know that sounds really basic, but I've learned this before. The word let's is what you would call a leadership word, right? It's without being so in your face with it. When you say let's do something, it's a leadership word.
Love it. It works. Because what they hear is based on their information that they just gave you. You are going to do something unique and designed specially for them. It no longer feels like a pitch. Good pickup, Mike. Who else?
I like, if at any point in time you feel like we're not the company for you, let me know. I'll pick up my bags and leave. That's
And you got to say,
that's really strong.
and you say it with confidence and empathy. When I deliver that, notice the tone of voice. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this takes practice. All right, this is looking in the mirror, watching yourself deliver this stuff so you can see what they see. Right? Recording it, listening to it over and over again. Do you want to be a professional? Hey, I got to tell the story now. You got me all fired up. How many of you know the name Raymond Berry? And I'm not going off this question of one idea that you got. We got two coming out. How many have heard the name Raymond Berry from the NFL? All right, I see one hand up, but nobody else has their videos on. Raymond Berry, to this day, got another hand. Raymond Berry, to this day, was the most precise route runner ever in NFL history. And he played for the Baltimore Colts. How old is that? The Baltimore Colts.
So
and was traded to the Dallas Cowboys when Tom Landry was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. All right. On the first day of practice, Raymond Berry was running a simple out pattern, maybe 15 to 18 yards out. And every time he caught the ball, he was 6 inches out of bounds. Coaches are screaming at him, you need to be inbounds. He goes, Coach, I've run this route over 1,000 times. I've practiced this route over 1,000 times. Your field is too short. Somebody wants in. I can't do it. Your field is too short. They say, we're the Dallas Cowboys. Our field isn't too short. Can somebody hit the admit all button? There's people joining. Thanks. He said, measure it. When they measured the practice field, what do you think they discovered? It was short by 1 inch. 1 inch. His route put both feet 1 inch from the out of bounds line every time he caught the ball. Now, I say this to say to you, how much do you practice your transitions, your tie downs that you're going to use during your presentation prior to running that appointment? Is it 1,000 times or is it 0? Is it 2? Be honest with yourself. Write that number down and then double it, and you will get better. Any other ideas that were picked up before I get into the balance of the 10 steps? Stick around. You're going to get more. Options. I'm going to identify the options that are available. The very first option they have is to do nothing. I'm going to bring this up because I don't want them to say at the end, again, post-negative suggestion, I don't want them to say at the end, well, you know, we're not going to die or anything. We can wait. We can wait a year. I want that off the table. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, the very first option you have is to do nothing. Now, I don't think I'd be sitting here at 7:30 at night on Wednesday talking to you about your bath if doing nothing was an option, right? I mean, you're going to do something. It's just a matter of what, when, and who does it, right? Let's take a look at your legitimate options. Now, do you have any idea, you know, this type of improvement cost? Any idea? Now I'm going into third-party information to start to price condition, which is the other, is B of options, price condition. So I can eliminate the competition by presenting the advantages and disadvantages. And guess what? The disadvantages is that it doesn't give them everything they're looking for out of that project. The advantages are just one thing, really. Anything that you put in your home, the day it's put in is going to look better than what you currently have. That's an advantage. The other advantage is the price point seems to be appealing to most. The very first option you have in doing your bath, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, that's legitimate, is to tear out what you have and replace with a one-piece fiberglass unit. Now, what do you feel would be the advantage of tearing out what you have and putting in a one-piece fiberglass unit? I want to hear what they say, so then I can fill in the blanks. Right? One of the advantages is it only runs between about $9,000 and $14,000 to do that, which is appealing to a lot of people. The price point works. The other advantage is you can get any color you want as long as it's white or brown. Right? That's designed to get a little chuckle. But the disadvantages far outweigh the advantages. And you go through the disadvantages. You do that with windows, you do that with roofing, you do that with pools, anything that you got. Now, if you were to rip out what you have and replace with this fiberglass unit, would it give you everything that you want and need? So we can move that off the table?
Brian, is
Yes.
fiberglass even an option for you at this point?
That's it.
Is fiberglass even an option, knowing what you know now? Is it even an option?
And it's done on every option that you do. Now, I never said we offer it or don't offer it. But once all the options are out on the table and they've eliminated it, so we can move all of these off the table. Right, John and Mary? Guess what? We did too. None of these gave us what we wanted. And what we wanted was to be able to offer a product that we could install, make the customer 100% happy, and guess what? Never, ever, ever have to come back and service it. But if something happens, we will. Would you like to see the product and the way this is installed by our company? Ask the question. When they say yes, they want to see it. The product that we selected, John and Mary, is unique to us, and you go through some basic features of it. It's 100% maintenance free. It's resilient to sun and ultraviolet rays. It won't scratch. It won't permeate. It will not absorb moisture. And it's designed to last a lifetime. And you reach in your bag and you pull out your sample, you hand it to them, and shut up. Don't say a word. Guess what they're going to say? Promise you, 9 out of 10 times. They're going to say two things. First one is, wow. The second one is, Either way, they just told you they like it. Now you've segued into product. Here, you're going to sell the features, advantages, and benefits of fab of your product. You're going to build value in the installation. You have to spend time on how what they have is removed and how it's going to be installed. Detailed. And then you're going to gain the product commitment. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, is this what you want to have in your home. If you're doing kitchens or baths or pools, you're designing it here. All right. But either way, is this exactly what you want to have in your home? Would you love it? Yes. Now we're moving into pre-close. See, we've got our major commitments. I got need commitment. I found out what's important to them in making this decision. They told me that they want my product in their home. They told me they feel comfortable with my company doing the work. Now I'm going to isolate it down to the other thing. So I've solved all the problems that I wrote down. What's the one that's left? Price. Admit all button, please. I can't do it.
I
Says admit
can't
all.
either, my friend. I don't have it. Sorry.
All right. I think Matt, there we go. We're in. All right. So now we're going to move into pre-close. Pre-close is your thermometer. Pre-close lets you know if you've accomplished what you're supposed to do in the pre-price presentation. Because now we're segueing into the post-price presentation. And the thermometer is pre-close. At this point, third party here. At this point, all of our customers tell me exactly the same thing. They say, Brian, we definitely feel comfortable with your company doing this work and protecting our largest, most valuable investment, our home. We definitely love what was designed here. We'd love to have it in our home. We love the performance. We love the way it's going to look, the operation, all of it. And do you still feel that way? And then lastly, they say, Brian, if you can make this fit in the budget, we'd like to do it. If it doesn't fit in the budget, we can't do it. Is that where we stand? They're only going to say two things. Yes, or they're going to say, yes, but we're not doing anything today. You ready for the redirect? I understand. I'm not asking you to buy yet. We don't even know what the price is. All I'm suggesting is this. If you both feel comfortable with the offer and you both wanted to proceed, could we? Well, yeah, if we want to. Great. I'll be giving you a couple of price. Now we're going to be fully disclose. Full disclose transparency on what's coming. I'm going to give you a couple of pricing options today. Hear the words. So you can decide when you want to do this. Whether it's now, a month from now, or a year from now. Right now, we're running the biggest promotion we've ever ran in our life. I hope the owners never change it. But the very first price that I'm going to give you is our everyday low price, and it's guaranteed for X. Whether it's 30 days, 1 year, 2 weeks, whatever, it's guaranteed for X. But it's our everyday low price. The next is our current promotion. As I mentioned, it's the biggest promotion of the year. And that will come right off the everyday low price, and it's good for 30 days from today's date. Lastly is our initial visit reward program. Now it's designed for families that love everything and want to move forward while we're here, and we'll cross that bridge if we get to it. Bear, we're not doing anything today. I understand. I'll take your business anytime you want to give it to us. Time out. 9:44. One idea that you picked up from options through pre-close that you feel will help you sell one more that you're currently not getting.
Using silence when you're initially presenting your product. I've never done that before. It's something I'm going to try today, actually.
Absolutely. Put it in their hand and be quiet. Watch what they say. All right. Who else? Well, everybody hung on the call, so there's got to be something that you got. Or you're just bored, have nothing else to do. Don't be shy. Someone else? Okay, they're joining in. All right, cool. All right, well, we'll continue. So now we've moved into pre-close. Now we're moving into, I know it says close on the screen share. Matt and I have changed that. It's called conclusion, right? I'm not big on, oh, I'm a closer. No, you're not. You're a conclusionist. If you're a pro at this, you're a conclusionist. And the pros have found a way to balance their ego and humility at the same time. So they're a balanced individual. So we can get a conclusion. And I just told them I'll take their business anytime they want to give it to me. Right? So in the conclusion, we're going to deliver the retail price and terms. We're going to assume the order. It's an alternate choice assumptive close. Goes something like this. John and Mary, we can perform all the work that we discussed for you, which is, and now you recap the work. Your last chance to build value and ask, is that everything that you wanted? It's going to be great when it's done. It's going to be beautiful when it's done, isn't it? We can do all this for only, preface it with the word only, $22,843. And you pause. This price is good for 1 full year from today's date. It's our everyday low price. This price is good for 30 days from today's date. This price is good, whatever your time frame is. You're protected against material and labor increases during that time. Is that fair to you? What did I ask? Did I ask them if they were comfortable for the price, or did I ask them if it was fair that they were protected against material and labor increases during that time? The second. I don't give a shit what they think about the price. The price is what the price is. You get yourself in a pickle by asking, is that about what you thought it was going to be? How much were you thinking? They didn't know. Whatever they were thinking was half of what you put on the table anyway. All right, hopefully you did everything right up front where you raised that level of expectation of how much this is going to be. But if they do say, wow, that's a lot of money, that's double. You know, we had a guy in here last week. It was, he was only going to charge us $500 to do all these windows. Wow, they're charging that much? That's my response. I don't care what the number is. Wow, that company's charging that much for what they do? Wow. Now, if you're looking at the other options that were available in the way that we do business, you can at least appreciate why it does cost what it costs, right? But here's the good news. It's on sale. All right, biggest promotion of the year. If you can take the initiative to move forward over the next 30 days, this is what you get. Instead of $22,432, you get 50% off the installation, which is $2,450, bringing your total investment down to just $18,644. Now, I just pulled numbers out of my butt, people. All right. This is guaranteed for 30 days from today's date. This is guaranteed for whatever the time frame is that you have in your company. 30 days from today's date. Now, is it safe to say when you do this, you would do it while it's on sale? You would never call back and spend more for it later, would you? Why do I ask that question? Because I'm getting ready to give them a right now price in about 10 minutes. And if I can get them to tell me right now that they would not call back and spend more for it later, it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to tell me when I give them the now price that they would call back and spend more for it later. Here's our first attempt to close. So is it safe to say when you do this, John and Mary, you would do it while it's on sale? I mean, you wouldn't call back and spend more for it later, would you? No, let me show you how easy it is to get started. First way is our cash plan. With the cash plan, we take X amount down with the order. It's made, it's installed, and when you're completely satisfied with the order or a substantial completion of the project, we collect the balance of X. However, our most popular plan is, and you're writing this out on a piece of paper, your talking pad, or a price delivery form. Our most popular plan is the monthly investment plan. Here's why. Instead of this amount of a deposit with the order, it's only X. So there's less money coming out of your pocket.
You keep your money in the bank where it belongs, right, Brian?
That's right. We make it, or it's made, it's installed, and at substantial completion job, or you're completely satisfied with the work. 30 days after that, you'll receive an invoice for only $384.80, and that can be paid monthly, or you can pay that off at any rate that you want to with no prepayment penalties or carry-in charges. So when you do this, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, which one of these plans works best for you? And you tuck your head down, put your pen on your paper, and you start writing shit down. I don't care if you're drawing a stick figure. There's power to pen to paper. What I write is things like, and I'm not saying anything, set up in the driveway. Customer has dog that bites. I'm just writing stuff down. They see me writing, but I'm not looking at them. Which one of these plans works best for you? A quick gaze into his eyes, quick gaze into her eyes, or partner to partner, then pen to paper and down I'm writing. I just assume the order. Why shouldn't I? They told me they needed it. They told me they wanted my company to do it. They told me that they loved the product, and they said if it was affordable to do it. And guess what they didn't do? When they saw the first price, they didn't grab my shit and throw it out the window. That tells me they want it. That tells me it's up to me now to make it fit. I'm only going to hear 4 responses here, by asking which one of these plans works best for you. You ready for the 4? Brian, would go cash. Brian, could you tell me about that budget plan? That seems to work. Brian, we need to think about it. Or Brian, or honey, what do you think? Those are the 4 responses you're going to get. All of them are closable. The first 2 now. The second 2 in about 15 minutes. When we follow the sales closing process. Silence, affirm, layer, eliminate, solve. And I got to save that. I mean, that's a whole meeting in itself. That's another presentation. But it is BE, stands for badass. All right, and it works. But I'm going to give you some keys right now. Assuming they say, Brian, we need to think about it. First thing we're going to do is letter S. Silence. 4 to 6 seconds. Many people ask, Brian, what do you do during that 4 to 6 seconds? I think about my favorite things. Being out on the water. Eating a great meal. Right? Riding on the dunes in my Raptor. I think about my favorite things for 4 to 6 seconds. 2 things are going to happen. They're going to speak or they're not going to speak. When they speak, I'm going to use A, affirm. I understand. When they say, which one of these plans works best for you, Mr. and Mrs. Jones? We're going to have to think about it, Brian. I'm on the dunes, racing the Raptor, counting out 6 seconds. Because, Brian, that's a lot of money. We had no idea it was going to be this much. As a matter of fact, we thought it was going to be about half. I understand. Other than that, is there anything else that's standing in the way of getting started with this project right now? E, that's eliminate. No. Now, here's the trick. One person is talking to you. The silent person is your buyer. So now I'm going to include them back into the conversation. And Mrs. Chris, how do you feel about it? Not think. You want to eliminate people or reduce the amount of times you hear the word I need to think? Quit asking them what they think. Ask them how they feel. What's your opinion? Tell me more about that. That's right brain language. Think is left brain language. Think delays a purchase, creates procrastination. Man, Mrs. Joe, how do you feel about it? She's only going to say a couple of things. I know the answers. She's going to say, we've thought about it long enough, honey. I think we should do it. Or Brian, can we have a couple of minutes to discuss this? Or Brian, you know what? It is a lot of money. And we're going to have to check our budget. I get it. Other than the affordability, is there anything else standing in the way of getting started with this project right now? No. So if it would have been, we'll get them back to yes. So if it would have been more affordable, we would be doing it, right? Maybe. When you do this, are you more inclined to use the cash option? There's the funnel. Now I'm in solve. That's the last S of sales. When you do this, are you more like the cash buyer, or do you prefer the flexibility of the monthly investment plan? We like the monthly investment plan. Okay. And the initial investment of $21.86, does that fit in the budget? No. What would have? Brian, we're paycheck to paycheck, so we really don't have disposable cash. I understand. What about the monthly investment of $303.80? Does that fit? No. Where would that have been more comfortable? Here, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, what we've done is we've kept it to one thing: money. That's it. Well, Brian, we never make a decision in a day. We're going to have to get other estimates. We just need to sleep on this. I mean, it's just doesn't matter what the monthly investment would be. We just can't do anything. I get it. This is good for 30 days. Yeah, I completely understand. But now here's the other 2 words. It's called remember when. And I'm getting ready to go. And
words, right? 2 most powerful words in any sales presentation. Remember when.
Remember when.
If we say it as salespeople, it'll always be doubted. If they say it, it's gospel. So we need these are those callbacks now for all those tie downs we've been getting throughout this presentation. Sorry, Brian.
No, it's all right. I know you get excited too, brother. You get excited too, because it works. I get it. Remember when Mr. and Mrs. Jones, right before I calculated the total investment, you did say, oh, I mean, one, you need to get it done. Two, I mean, you did say you felt comfortable with our company doing it. Do you still feel that way? And then you said that you love the product and the way that it would perform and enhance the value of your home and give you everything that you want. And then lastly, you did say if it was affordable, you'd love to move forward with the project. So is it the total, the initial investment, or the monthly investment that's standing in the way? Well, it's the total. I understand. But considering that the monthly investment plan seems to be the most appealing to you, is it the monthly investment that's standing in the way? Yes. Now we're going to deliver the permission statement. Chris, take it away.
So, like, sorry, Brian, hold on, keep going for 1 second.
Okay.
All
He's
right.
got to take a look at the permission statement. No, I'm kidding. What we're going to do here is set up our now offer. We're going to set up our now offer, and we've got 2 minutes left. Then I'm going to take some questions, and then we're going to roll out of here.
Sorry
But so
about that.
far, has this been a good use of your time? Thumbs up. All right, Chris, permission statement, brother.
It's almost 7 a.m. California time. Family's getting ready behind me. So listen, so one of the biggest things, customers hate this. It's that what we've become in the home improvement industry is the first cousin to the car salesman, right? And that's not a good thing. So what we're trying to do, one of the biggest complaints that customers have when they feel like they're being sold or they're being around a salesman or being salesy with them, is the one thing they hate is when they're told, I got to buy today price. So one of the ways we circumvent that is we're going to flip this script on them. We're going to play the reverse Uno card. And how we're going to do that is get your customer to ask you for a buy it now price. And essentially, here's how we're going to do it is through our.
Did you hear that? The customer's going to ask us for it. Go.
Right. And they're going to ask us for it. And here's how we're going to do it. And so when we're getting there, so again, when we're laying out price, guys, we're doing essentially like a timeline. When we met them, they were out in outer space. When my call center set that appointment, they gave them part of their scripting was they're going to give them a price that's good for a year. We got them in the year funnel. Through our price presentation, we're going to get them down to the 30-day funnel. How we're going to do that is, Brian, is it fair to say in the next 30 days, you're going to make a decision on this one way or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Again, pause. Never ask a question I don't know the answer to. So that's scripted a certain way. Brian, is it fair to say you're going to make this decision one way or the other? So basically, you're going to do it or you're not going to do it, right?
That's right.
So I know my answer is going to be right. And then when I go through my sales closing technique, isolate my objection, because remember, there can only be two objections, either tangible or intangible. Your intangible is think, shop, sleep. Think, shop, sleep. Your tangible is it's just more money than I thought. Now, here's the challenge with us salespeople. We have giant egos, low self-esteem. So here's what happens. We know what the answer is. We know that it has to be price. But here's your challenge. They're saying they still need to think, shop, sleep. Think, shop, sleep. Salesman knows it's price. So now we're headed for something we're not going to get the right answer on. We're going to try to solve, I need to think about it by lowering the price. So here's my question to you. What does lowering the price have to do with them thinking about it? What does lowering the price having them to do with getting 3 bids? What is lowering the price having them to do with they need to sleep on it overnight? And the answer is flipping nothing. It has nothing to do with it. So what we need to do is we need to isolate that, which is Brian's done using the sales closing technique, isolate it to the only one true objection it could be, which is price. But again, if I say it, they doubt it. If they say it, it's gospel. I got them to say it in this moment that other than the price, yes, I'm ready to move forward. And then here's the permission statement. Here it comes. Now, Brian, I do have a program. It's designed for customers just like yourself. Now, I don't even know if this is going to be for you, negative takeaway, but it's designed for customers that absolutely love our product and want it in our home. Is that where we stand?
Yes.
That are comfortable with the operational excellence of the company that we work for? Is that where we stand?
Yes.
that are in a position to move forward on visits just like today, Brian, but just might need some sort of additional incentive or discount to move forward.
That could be helpful.
Something you might be interested in.
I'd like to know about it.
Pause. Number one answer, depends on how much. That's what I hear every time. Chris, it depends on how much. Now, in that moment, where are we at? Well, let me tell you where we're at. They just told you they love the product. They want it in their house. They told you that they trust the company and they trust you. They just told me they could do it when, if they needed to. When? Right now, right? They could do it right now. And the only barrier is if only they had an additional discount to do so. So in that moment, guys, what you've done is you flipped them from a shopper to a potential buyer. You've put them in buying mode. And now we're finally in a position to roll that final IVR. And that's a whole nother discussion, Brian, as far as alignment, right, with our story, that our stories align. But again, through this permission statement, what we're going to teach your reps and what your customers are going to feel a complete different sense of what a buy today price means and what it is, because they will ask your reps for it. They will ask you for it if executed correctly. 7:02.
Love it.
My time, Brian. Sorry.
That's it. No, perfect. So here's where we're going to wrap up. All right. We wanted to make this worth your while. I know it was worth mine. Every time that I'm able to deliver it, I get stronger. That's practice, right? It's not done in the home. So, if you're not a paid subscriber, because we did a boutique for our members, but we also invited to this call people that are not subscribed to our monthly ongoing training platform. And what we do on the monthly is we break down each step to the weeds, to the granule, all the exact words we're supposed to say, and we role play it. And then we rotate the steps every other month that we go in. If you're not a subscriber to us, go to 10stepselling.com and subscribe. It says contact us, hit that button, fill it out. You get free content included, copies of the 10 steps, all that's free. Some videos are on there. If you do subscribe and you're not, it's as little as $249 a month per person. And there are company breaks that we do based on the quantity of the people that are there. So in the last few minutes that we have here, any questions, comments, concerns, pushback, and like Kevin Lacey just sent me, sent me a little, I got to pull it up on my sleeve. There you go. DFWTS, baby. You don't fool with the system. I got it tattooed on my arm. I believe in it. Right. So the system reigns supreme. Any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns before we exit off here?
Awesome meeting. Awesome job, guys. This was one of the best yet.
So guys, here's what I'm going to say. One thing, I want to wrap this up with you guys if no one has anything. So here's what I'll share with you guys. Every one of us is asked to build a relationship in 60 to 90 minutes on a daily basis. Okay. And that relationship is we're going to meet, date, get married, have kids, divorce, and die all within 60 to 90 minutes in every in-home appointment we're at. We have a relationship. We're going to cultivate it, run it through, and end it. Here's my suggestion to you. If you need to do that, and we do it every single day, you better have a plan, right? And you better be practiced on that plan. And we already know we have the inherent advantage of we know what those customers are going to tell us before they tell us. So now it is on us to be prepared. If you're a football fan and all of a sudden you found the other team's playbook in your locker room and you didn't open it up, shame on you. We have the playbook, guys. It's right here. 10stepselling.com is our playbook. Let's open it. Let's practice it. We know we have 90 minutes to complete our relationship. Let's go in with the plan and let's be prepared to execute it.
That's it. All right. We'll leave it on this. If there's no other questions, no other thoughts, thank you, Terry. Thank you, everybody that threw up the thumbs up. We appreciate it. First Wednesday of every month is our subscribers, our members. That'll be on this. We'll be breaking it down. Matt, the professor. I'm the architect. Chris is the executioner. The executor. Right? Not the executioner. We might execute you if you don't freaking listen. All right. But have fun, make money. That's the motto always. And thank you so much for your time. And for those, Halloween's right around the corner. Be safe, right? Get lots of candy and check it for razor blades. We're out.
Thanks, team.
Take care. I tried to, that wouldn't let me. Hello? Dude, I tried to, I got in, didn't hear anything. Honest to God, dude. Type Park, Maryland, MA. 617-675-4444. Hello? Dude, I didn't hear anything. Dude, I didn't hear anything. I got in, I pushed the United States. It tells me to do something. I hit yes. It says you're joining a call with two other people. Like, okay. And I didn't hear anything. I don't know what you want me to do, dude. Did the person not let me in? I did. I went, gave me just numbers. So so how do I want to get in? So I get my rooftop designs email, and it gave me a whole bunch of list of numbers. So I went to the United States, and I hit that, and then it says, data police or whatever. So I hit yes, I don't know. And it went, and it says, you are joining a call with two people on it. Okay, so then it paged me through, and I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, what the fuck? I did it again. Hello?